So, two journalists at Fox News decided to resign over Tucker Carlson's coverage of January the 6th. And from what I've seen from the coverage, what Tucker said was that they're being held without a trial and they're being held in very bad conditions. And that's not okay, right? I mean, you had people complaining about Guantanamo literally for the same reasons. Like, you have people that are being held without a trial and they're being held in miserable conditions. And there were people on the left and the right that were pointing this. It's inhumane. It doesn't matter what a person did. Give them a trial. Give them a trial and then put them to prison or let them go. But, like, give them a trial. And hold them in humane conditions. But apparently that's kind of controversial nowadays. So you have two journalists at Fox News deciding to quit over it. And they're not saying that what Tucker was arguing for is wrong or anything like that. They're not presenting a different opinion. They're like, okay, no, we're out. Can't talk about this. We're out. So one of them, Chris Wallace, is now going to join CNN. Now, the reason that I find this very interesting is, like, number one, he left Fox News saying that he wants to try something new and go beyond the world of politics. Which is why he joined CNN. I mean, CNN is the world beyond politics. What is beyond politics? Propaganda? Like, what are we talking about? So I guess I'm going to go beyond politics, so I'm going to join a company that's literally called the News Network. I mean, it's a little bit weird. What does he think is beyond politics at CNN? Look at this. They care about my privacy. We and our partners access information to the device. Just leave me alone. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about is that a lot of people that apparently like CNN, and yes, those people exist, they say this will help CNN speed their pivot further right. Yes, it's going to turn CNN into far right because they're taking journalists from Fox. My God, are people really this dumb in today's day and age? Do they not understand how mainstream media corporations work? Do they actually think that once you join one of these soul-sucking corporations, you have free will? Do they honestly believe that when the journalist appears in front of them, his words are anything else than what the person who owns that station wants them to say? They're all sock puppets. They're all talking with the voice of the person that owns the corporation. Do you honestly think Tucker Carlson would be able to just say that he likes AOC and he likes the Green New Deal if he felt like it? I mean, honestly, how dumb are people to think that journalists working at a multi-billion-dollar corporation are anything else but sock puppets nowadays? I mean, they read stuff from a script. Wasn't that a couple of months ago, Tucker Carlson's scriptwriter got fired because of some tweets online? Like, he has a person writing stuff for him. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't have any input on what he is saying, but overwhelmingly, you know, like when Cenk Uygur decided to leave MSNBC, he had an interview at Russia Today, and he actually said that the reason he left MSNBC is that he didn't feel like he could say whatever he wanted to say. Like, you don't change the station. The station changes you, for the love of God. And by the way, most of these people aren't doing news. They're doing entertainment. News is when they tell you that a building caught fire. Entertainment is when they tell you that a building caught fire because someone played with matches, and if only we can ban matches from our society, we can all be safe. The reason that matchmakers exist is why you are in danger right now. And here is how many matches this company has produced. That is entertainment. Alright? That is not news. And if you want further proof, look at what Rachel Maddow said when she got served. And she was at a lawsuit, and she literally used the defense that her show is entertainment. And people know that no facts are to be found there. Right? This is what these people say when they're under oath and they can't lie. When they cut off the PR bullshit, and when it's so obvious that what they are doing is working for a corporation. It is just so unreal that you have people on the Twitter still thinking that, oh yes, like these journalists actually have thoughts and opinions of their own that they can express. Now that is a conspiracy theory. If that was the case, if journalists legitimately had thoughts and opinions that they could freely express, you would see right-wing and left-wing journalists working at the same publication. You would see at the same publication journalists disagreeing with each other. How often do you get to see that? How often do you get to see on CNN a couple of anchors, the news anchors, just having a go at each other and disagreeing with each other? How many times do you see that happen? Because I'm telling you what, if you go out, if you have a dinner with your family, you're going to end up with disagreements. The fact of meeting people that are so like-minded on every single issue is unbelievably rare. So when you do see it, maybe, just maybe, is that those people are working at a company and the company tells them what to say. Did you think about that? Is that what you think is a conspiracy nowadays? That people who are paid to do a job, their boss can tell them how to do the job? Like if you hire a guy to dig you a ditch, are you not allowed to tell them how to do it, at what hour, the depth, the size, like all of that? Because you're the one paying money, so you can tell them what to dig. Why do you think that is different when you pay money to a journalist to work at your company? That you can't tell them what to write, that you can't tell them what to focus on, or that you can't even tell them, it's like, hey, if you keep writing this stuff, we're going to get you fired. I mean, Jesus, it's so bizarre. I mean, like, people genuinely believe that the guy they see on television has thoughts and opinions of his own. I'm not saying he might not have a certain input, or maybe, like, some personal leanings, but at the end of the day, the idea that if you work, like, if this Chris Wallace works at CNN, he's going to make CNN move over to the right is beyond laughable. Of course he's not going to make CNN going to the right. CNN is going to make him go to the left. Mark my words, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm into conspiracy theories. We'll see. You can call me out next year. If I was wrong, feel free to say, wow, V, you are such a dum-dum. Chris Wallace has definitely made CNN veer to the right. You are absolutely wrong. I love the Chris Wallace show. It's the only right-wing show, the only conservative show on CNN. Yeah, no, sorry, like every now and then I'm still shocked seeing what people are commenting in the comments. It's like, CNN is now going to veer to the right. I'm willing to bet, okay, that if CNN would hire Tucker Carlson, you'd see Tucker Carlson talking about the Green New Deal and talking about how wonderful AOC is and how he's going to take pictures with Greta Thunberg, all right? Like, that's how it works. It doesn't work the other way around. The only way it would work the other way around if some other person buys CNN. Like, okay, fine. If like a right-wing investor would buy CNN, then you would actually see Don Lemon and all the others starting to spew right-wing talking points if they want to maintain their job. And then you would see that, yes, it can happen. But only under new management. It has to come from the top, not the bottom. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.